Yo, what's up? Welcome to Kind of Funny First Impressions. I'm one of your hosts, Blessing Adeoye Jr. Joining me is Halloween in December, Joey Noel.
Hello. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one yet. I like it.
Well, it's a special one because you're joining me on this spooky episode of First Impressions. Of course, it's Halloween week. It's the same week that the Dark Pictures anthology Little Hope is releasing, and so we get like a cool kind of spooky episode for everyone, which is really exciting.
This is going to be really fun. Just going to put a warning out there. I've already played through this part, but there's a really good chance that I am jumpy and or gaspy and or yelly at some point.
So
That's
this
just how
is
I play
perfect
these
because I've not yet jumped in to Little Hope, and so I have no idea what to expect. I played through Man of Medan, and I liked it fine. Like I didn't like it as much as Until Dawn. I think everybody kind of had that same reaction of, okay, this is cool, but it's not nearly as good as Until Dawn. You've played quite a bit so far. What have you played?
So I've played through chapter 2, so not as much as I thought I was going to play, mostly because I just get so jumpy that I don't like to play at night by myself.
Mm.
And
So
then
you're playing solo.
I'm playing solo by myself all the way through right now. So I haven't done any of the shared story stuff, which I think is kind of the most interesting to talk about, just because we get to see both sides of conversations and see different groups of people, obviously. But I get too scared. This
So
is also why I haven't finished
I picked
Hill House.
Anthony, which I think means you have to pick the other person. Already up. And of course, to let people know, this is Kind of Funny First Impressions. Each episode, we join you to talk about and play the new and exciting games that we're able to get our hands on. You can catch it right here on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames or on podcast services around the globe. This is an interesting one because usually we have one person play and then like multiple people commentate what's going on, talk about the game, all that stuff. This is one of the unique co-op first impressions that we're doing, because for this game you want to have co-op, right? Like that's kind of the main attraction.
I think that's the premier way to play these games, at least
Yes.
with Man of Medan. I had way more fun playing with other people than I did playing by myself.
Did you play Hidden Agenda?
I think I did on like a stream that we did, but I only played it once and it was very brief. Did you play Hidden Agenda?
Yeah, I played it with my friends back in Seattle, Rihanna, and quite a few people. And honestly, like we had a blast with it. I was surprised by how much fun it was. The story was definitely like whatever. Like it very much felt like a generic supermassive story. Not saying that their stories are generic, but out of all the other ones that they've done, that one definitely felt generic, of like a detective mystery kind of thing. That said, I really like the concept of it being this couch co-op experience where you're playing on your phone. It was linked to PlayLink, which was the thing that PlayStation was doing at the time, which I don't think they're pushing as hard anymore on that.
Yeah, I don't feel like I've seen any besides that one and that other like Guess Who-ish game.
Yes, That's You.
That's You. There we go.
Yeah. And like this game, when you first boot it up, it has like a shared story experience, or is it? There were two options. There was shared story and then like another one. And one of them is how we're playing right now, which is online. And the other one was play with 2 to 5 people. Yeah. 2 to 5 people. It's more so like a movie viewing experience. And so they're not leaning back from that idea all the way. But they are definitely leaning into, all right, we want to find ways for people to play this kind of cinematic storytelling experience, but joint, like in a co-op fashion.
I think the movie night one is really cool just because, as far as I remember with Man of Medan, you each pick a character and you play as that character throughout the game. So I think that gives a little bit of higher stakes too, is like when you're not trying to lose characters throughout the game.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're all playing and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't been able to play that with people just because it does require like a bigger chunk of time. So it's a little bit, at least for my group of friends, it's harder to get us all in the same room, which is going to be hard for pandemic times with this.
Especially hard now.
Yeah, and then to get everybody to carve out either that amount of time straight off the bat or multiple kind of viewings. But I was talking with Tim earlier, and he'll try that with Gia. Maybe like it could be interesting if like the 3 of us or the 4 of us, if Cool Greg joins us, play through it all together.
For Hidden Agenda, it took us 1 night to play through, I want to say, maybe 2 nights, I can't remember. And then for Man of Medan, it was a similar thing of like 2 nights. or 2 days of me and a friend playing, and 2 days across like probably like a 5-hour story.
I think that's
so if you have somebody that's
roughly
dedicated, you can make it through it.
Yeah, and 5 hours over 2 days is like just watching 2 movies essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now there's a roadblock, so it's buses to turn around.
If I pause, will it pause for both of us? Okay, cool.
Yes,
I'm turning on subtitles for people who are like, I want to know what's going on. You're watching my gameplay, by the way, for people who are watching the video. Let's see. Where would they put subtitles?
Settings. And then
would it be accessibility?
It's audio and language, and then you can customize it more in
Gotcha.
accessibility. If you want to do like sizes and all that kind of stuff.
There it is.
Which is actually kind of cool to look at now because I hadn't looked at that part of it.
Yeah, no, it's really cool that they have these accessibility features because you can change the subtitle text and color, which I always love, and the size and all that stuff. I love when there's in-depth options for subtitles because I use that for The Last of Us, and it opened my eyes to how great you can make subtitles. Like I didn't realize that subtitle preference until I played The Last of Us. And they also have dyslexia font, which is really cool.
Yeah. I know that they had also like in the game changed the way that they're doing like the QuickTime events.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they wanted to make it a little bit more accessible. So on my playthrough, like they kind of give you like a visual cue that a QuickTime event is coming.
I've continued, by the way. Oh,
perfect. So that you kind of have like a heads up that there's something happening, because that is the problem with like kind of these cinematic games, is that you get so stuck in like what you think is a story part that like you're not at all prepared to go back into the gameplay. So I appreciate that. But
yeah, I saw that in their community blog where they're talking about feedback that they've gotten from Man of Medan. Of course, the Dark Pictures Anthology is this multi-game series that are all horror games that are coming out at a pretty rapid pace. Man of Medan came out last year. This year we're getting this. I suppose next year, probably around the same time, we'll be getting the third installment, which is a really exciting idea. Even though I like if the trade-off is, all right, you can get one Until Dawn every 4 years, or 4 Man of Medans every year, right? Like, or I guess you know what I mean. 1 Man of Medan a year. You know that. It's a tough trade-off because I want the Until Dawns. That said, if these games keep improving and learning from the previous one, then I think that's cool, and that could lead to something awesome down the line.
Yeah, and I will say that as much as I love Until Dawn, it was pretty long, so I kind of have an appreciation of these shorter playthroughs.
I agree.
Because it is, I don't know if this is the way that I play games is changing or something, but I have a higher appreciation for shorter experiences that I don't have to, instead of 15 chapters, this is like 5 or something like that.
See, so we just experienced a bus crash here. It was like a ghost girl.
Creepy little girl.
Freaked everybody out. What? So
it's from what ghost children, that really get me.
Ghost children are the worst type of ghosts and the worst type of children. If I had to say one, like,
I mean, I
would not want to deal with a ghost child.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not I like kids. I don't like babies. So at least that part wins me over. Ghost babies also sound terrifying.
Oh God, did you play PT?
I did not. I've watched PT playthroughs, but I haven't actually played it. Mostly because I'm already jumpy with something like this. There's no way to make it through PT. That seems like the perfect thing for me to watch somebody play.
Yeah, PT. I'm fine for most of PT until you get to the undead like baby fetus that is in the sink.
The one that's in the sink, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where I'm like, oh, this is freaking me out. I can't do this.
Yeah.
And Anne and James are over here fighting.
They're talking about how their little girl isn't right. So more creepy tiny children.
That sucks to be in that situation, right? Where like you have a kid and there's something fucked up about them, and it's not like a, hey, let's have them see a therapist kind of thing. It's like a, hey, they're floating in the corner.
Yeah, and like, what do you do? Because it's your kid and you still love them.
Yeah, it's like I love them, but also it seems like they're gonna kill me at a certain point.
Did you ever watch the movie Brightburn that came out last year?
No.
Maybe a couple years ago. It's super, super good. I really liked it. I recommend you watch it. I think it's kind of the perfect spooky Halloween-ish movie that's not like too scary, but it's essentially like what if Superman was bad and it's a child that has these like
I heard
super
you guys
crazy
talk about it
powers.
on like Screencast, I think.
Yeah. And it's that same thing where it's like this is your kid, but it's like kind of not your kid, but you've raised him and you love him, but now he's like kind of crazy.
Oh God. So are you also? What do you see on your screen? Are you making choices as the
So
kid?
I'm making choices. No, so I'm making choices as Tanya, which is the older sister, and her boyfriend, who's getting dropped off outside.
Gotcha.
What are you doing?
I am playing as. I'm trying to figure out what his name is. Anthony.
Okay, the like main kid that looks vaguely familiar because you've seen him in things.
Yeah, he looks like.
He's
the
in
kid
Midsommar.
from Toy Story, you know, like the bully kid from Toy Story,
No,
but the guy who looks like that guy.
Yeah, wasn't he in like Bandersnatch?
Yes.
I never watched Bandersnatch.
He was in Bandersnatch. Yeah.
I haven't watched it either, but like he was like all over the promo for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I vaguely isn't he also in like that
He's in Midsommar. That's what I know him from.
He's like from that like van movie where they with like Jennifer Aniston, I think, right?
We Are the Millers.
Something like that. I think that's
him.
I think that's what it is.
That sounds right.
I think that's what it is because I also looked up his IMDb yesterday.
Didn't that movie have a crazy premise?
I don't know. I just know that Jennifer Aniston does like a striptease, I think, at some point in that movie.
Yeah.
And then like there's some dude who has like the no regrets tattoo. And then, like, I just remember this kid's face in a couple of, like, trailers, but that's about it.
Who is the girl in that movie? That's not Jennifer Aniston, but, like, her daughter or whatever.
Heard that so many times, they sound like
I don't know.
record. Same thing.
Right now, I'm playing as the older sister talking to the kid that Blessing was playing as.
Yeah, well, no, I'm still playing it, so we're having a conversation right now.
Oh, got it.
Emma Roberts.
Nothing new here. They've been
Was
Where's she from?
She's in
American
like
Horror
Queens.
Story.
Yeah.
She was Nancy Drew
Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
She was Nickelodeon show. Fucking
Really?
right?
Oh, she was on Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Beyond my
yes.
Nickelodeon years.
Oh, you don't remember Fabulous?
Unfabulous.
No.
I don't remember.
Unfabulous.
I don't remember that show. And apparently, she had a cameo in Drake and Josh, which I don't know. I'm trying to look at this.
Oh, dude,
kid.
Unfabulous was a show. I'm not gonna say whether it was a great show or a bad show, but it was a show. It was definitely like some teen Nick shit, where it's like this girl in middle school who, you know, is into boys, and like every other scene, she's playing her guitar and singing a song that she wrote about boys.
But that's not. Was there a Disney one that was also kind of like this? Not Hannah Montana, but
Hannah Montana.
No, was there another music one?
What's that other show that
Lizzie McGuire?
No, that's not music.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
Yeah, what?
Those are all on the cusp of things that I watched.
I'm trying to get details. Yeah, so this is
God.
Will Poulter,
Yeah.
who's one of the characters you're playing as. So let's see. Yeah, he was in. Oh, he was in Maze Runner.
Are you watching this same scene with the girl and the mom?
Yes.
Okay. She just appears. That's not okay.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I guess like all I know him from is Maze Runner and We're the Millers, and I haven't even watched either of those. I just remember his face in trailers. I think
you describing him as the kid from Toy Story is spot on, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because they look
Sid.
exactly the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sid.
I think Where the Millers was all about like he had to like smuggle drugs from like one country to another, but he decided to disguise himself as like a regular family with like people he paid to be his family. I think that's the premise.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was something along those lines. I remember seeing the trailers and being like, "This movie seems bonkers. Like this movie's all over the place."
All right, I'll shut up now. That's that's my
your contribution for
your first impressions input. I know we're talking over all the dialogue, and if I'd listened to it, I'd know what's going on. Joey, what can you tell me about the premise from what you've played?
They're pretty much all just talking about how their mom and dad are fighting about how there's something wrong with the little sister, and nobody really knows what. Everyone's like, man, what's going on?
I feel like we all have that family member, though.
Do we?
I mean, yeah, for the kind of funny family, it's Kevin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like if you don't know who the family member is, it might be you, you know? I think it's one of those ones where it's like...
Here's the thing. I also don't have siblings.
Wait, are you an only child?
I am.
Damn, that's wild.
I know, it is kind of crazy. So I think by default...
Who plays the father, by the way? Do you know? The face looks like a famous face.
So when I was looking at everything yesterday, I looked through like the IMDb list and nobody stood out other than the main guy. So there could be other people, but just based off of name. What?
I don't know. He looks like a Paul. Right? Yeah, he definitely looks like he has a nice watch.
Maybe
drinking his beer. Richard, yeah, he could be a Richard. His name is James. Damn it, we're so close. James would have been the next one.
They're all like vaguely the same. So wait, what are you doing in the game right now?
I'm talking to James, the father.
Okay, so you're downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm upstairs. I'm still the older sister. I am just wandering around right now. I picked up a pilgrim statue to look at.
Okay, so now I'm going to go check on Tanya.
Oh, that's me. Trying to open some doors.
What's the name of the little sister? Wait, so they're all siblings in the family? And like Megan is just the one that's like everybody's like, we don't know about her.
She's the youngest one, so she's the baby.
That's me. I'm the youngest one in my family.
Now you've done it.
Are you the crazy one?
I feel like over the years, me and my siblings have traded off that title. Like at a certain point, we've all been the one where it's like we should worry about that one.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm not that one anymore.
Yeah, the dad doesn't seem to be in anything like super like not like prominent roles, but they're in a bunch of like Ubisoft games. But like none of them are like crazy.
He's the guy who played Ezio.
Yeah.
So I'm upstairs listening to the little sister having a conversation with somebody, but I can't hear who the other person is.
I really like this house.
Is there another person? Who knows?
I like this house. It's like the curtains seem great. Also, graphically, this game is actually kind of impressive, but I think that's to be expected for a game that is taking up 70 gigs of my hard drive space.
It better look good, right?
Yeah. All right, so I'm just walking around, having a gander at this nice dining room. Oh my god!
I walked into Megan's room, and she was having a conversation with somebody, and I interrupted her, and I was like, "Who are you talking to?" She's like, "Somebody that listens and cares about me." And there's no one there.
She's in there alone?
100%.
That's fucking awesome.
A dead bird just flew into the window, so I went out on the patio. Balcony, I guess.
Oh my god.
To check. And Megan just locked me on the patio.
I don't know whose grades these are. Megan's the youngest one?
Little sister. Yeah, the creepy little sister.
Her grades are terrible. Oh my god.
Where the hell are you?
So she has bad grades.
That's the first sign. Bad grades.
Where are you, goddammit?
That was me. I was the one with bad grades.
We talk about Anthony's sweater?
Dude, I was thinking about that. I was thinking like, yo, Anthony has drip. Like we call that drip in the business.
In the biz?
In the biz.
It's got some mad...
Do you see Megan staring at the stove right now?
I do. She's still talking to somebody that we can't see, and that's terrifying.
Did you see the nails?
The nails, no.
So like just a second ago, there was like a thing behind her. Oh my god, everything's going south.
The nails. I did see the nails. Well, I didn't see it on this playthrough, but I remember it from last time.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, and the door's locked. Oh, their daddy's about to get burned.
Oh no.
If you're an audio listener, right, what's happening is the they all went outside for some shit. There was water on the stove. A doll fell on the stove, caught on fire. Now the whole kitchen's on fire.
It does look like a doll that Megan's been holding.
And their dad, I believe, is drunk on the couch. Doesn't know any of this is going on.
Taking a bubble bath. I don't know where the brother is, but he's in the attic.
Oh, there's another brother.
Good for anybody.
Wait, is Dad passed out
inside?
Oh,
yeah, he has a drinking problem.
Oh no, yeah, you shouldn't be drinking like that if you have a family, especially.
Well, and he like just got home. No, I guess he's been home for a little bit.
Oh no.
This is not looking good.
So pretty much the whole family except for Tanya and Anthony are in the house, and things are not looking great for them.
No.
At all.
Dennis got outside on the roof, at least. Tanya's still on that weird balcony she got locked out of. Locked out on.
Dad. Really?
It does seem like you would have to drink a lot.
You had to drink a whole lot to not realize that your entire room is on fire.
Like, you would be physically hot. You'd be
coughing out of control. Like Mom is coughing. Why wasn't Dad coughing?
Fires are loud. Like they're not quiet. So I don't
know if I've told this story on any of our shows. I was home when my house was on fire one time. Like,
what?
Yeah, I was in high school. Oh my God, Dad is about to die.
Yeah.
Did the thing drop on him?
Yeah, like the ceiling caved in.
Oh fuck. Yeah, that's not good. And Megan's just in the house.
Yeah. Oh, not looking great for Mom.
Yeah, no, I was in high school. I was a sophomore, I want to say, and I was home alone, just chilling. On Facebook, downstairs. We had a 2-story house. I was downstairs. Actually, I was in the basement. In the basement, on the computer, chilling. I hear thumps from upstairs. And here's the thing, right? The only people that lived at the house at the time, me and my mom. And I knew for a fact, oh shit, I gotta choose. Help Tanya, help Megan. I already know Megan's fucked up. I'm helping Tanya. Oh my God!
Just straight up burned alive.
Oh my God!
But like, I guess the question is, how would you have helped her?
What should I do?
You know?
Audio listeners,
if she was
Megan,
that close to death.
Megan just got burnt alive in front of our eyes. Fuck.
You got another decision to make.
Get to the drain pipe and climb down.
Seems like a great option.
All right, you gotta decide, Joey.
It was between that or between opening a window. I don't know why I'd want to go inside the burning house. So I chose.
Yeah, could you imagine what you're only on the 2nd floor. If you fall, you're. Oh no.
This is also what happened to me last night. Maybe.
Jesus.
Not wearing the scarves.
So Tanya fell and accidentally hung herself on her own scarf.
Yeah, it's not. But I wasn't about to go inside the burning house.
Sid from Toy Story is like, yo, this is all bad.
He's the only one in any remote safety.
Oh no, your older brother just fell off. Oh Jesus, and got impaled.
It is.
Things are not looking good for this family.
If this family wasn't cursed before, they're definitely cursed now.
Yeah, and we might have to demonetize this on YouTube.
This is definitely not safe for kids.
The neighbor came through and was like, yo, what happened?
Still holding matches.
Oh my God. And yeah, Sid just ran into the house.
I don't know that would have been my call.
What a start.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I respect it. Just do the bait and switch. You're like, oh, snap, all right, here are the characters I'm going to play as, and just murder them all. I respect it. But yeah, no, my house did catch on fire. I was home alone, heard thumps from upstairs, and only me and my mom lived there at the time. So I was like, all right, my mom's not home because she'd still be at work by now. And so in my head, I was like, we're getting robbed.
Oh no, that's also terrifying.
Yeah, also terrifying. And so as a kid, I was like, all right, I'm going to grab, I forget what I grabbed. I grabbed some sort of like pole thing that I could hit somebody with.
Fire stoker, whatever handy.
It might have been a broomstick, honestly. I don't know. I was like 14, 15. Go upstairs, trying to figure out who in the world is like robbing us. I open my door, the light is off, and so I'm like, oh, that's weird. I try to turn my power back on, or like I try to turn my light on, not working, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so I go to the garage, do the breakers, come back, and it's like, okay, oh no, my light's still off. That's weird. That usually doesn't happen. I go into my sister's room, who my sister doesn't live there. It was the room that my sisters used to be in until they moved out, and I was like, okay, let's see if the light works in here. Open the door, and it's just flames in there, and I was like, oh, that's not good. It's like I opened it, saw that, closed it, and was like, all right, there's a fire. And like legit, I like froze because I was like, I know I've gone through this process a billion times in terms of what do I do in the situation. But in that particular case, I was just like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna call 911 and go outside. And yeah, that's what I did. It was also the dead of winter. It was December when this was happening. And so I was cold outside, just chilling in with like a mismatched pair of shoes, whatever jacket I could have pulled out my closet real fast. I did grab, and I feel like people on this channel might be proud of me for this. I grabbed two things, right? Aside from my shoes, my jacket, I grabbed my phone charger because I'm a madman, and then I also grabbed my PS2 memory card, and then I went outside.
That's
two things I definitely should have left behind.
Essential.
But I was like, I'm not gonna leave behind my PS2 saves. Oh, so this guy's back.
Yeah. The curator. I'm glad that he is kind of like a thread for all of this.
Yeah, I'm sad that they don't have the guy from Until Dawn that did the narrator.
He was really good.
The guy from Prison Break.
I don't remember what his name is, but yeah, he was good. This is good too, but the other guy was like way creepier.
I like this guy's hair.
It is dope. It's a very Tim Gettys haircut.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. Also, we got to talk about that music. What a banger.
Oh yeah, no, what a great way to open up the game.
And I believe that is the same song from Man of Medan, right?
Is it really?
I think
Do they
so.
both have the same intro song?
I think maybe it's
because that'd be awesome.
For the series. It sounded familiar, but it's been a while. It's been like a full year since I've played Man of Medan. But it's not that I can guarantee that it's not the same one from Until Dawn, because that one was also dope.
What's happened has happened. Or has it? Anyway, look to the future, I say. Life's but a walk.
I never know if this conversation is like actually needed to be paid attention to.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, is he saying anything that I care about?
I don't think so. I think it's just like, oh, you have to pay attention to things and make decisions. Like,
oh, in those world of unfortunate events will happen. That type of thing.
Yeah.
Also, series of unfortunate events, really great show, movie, and book series.
Absolutely.
I've only read the books.
The books were really good.
I read
until
part of the show.
The last book was okay, but I really liked the hotel book. That was a good one.
I watched season 1 of the show, and I really liked it because that's with dude from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh God,
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes.
Yeah, he plays the
Olaf.
Count.
Oh yeah.
Olaf.
Yeah. Season 2 and season 3 I think are like on par with season 1. So if you like season 1, I recommend finishing that.
I gotta go back to it then.
Yeah.
But also the movie with was it Jim Carrey?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember watching that as a kid
too. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very good choices to play Olaf.
Yeah, I don't know how I think I missed the movie like in between things. I never finished the book series, and now it seems like kind of weird to go back.
How many more deaths is entirely up to you. It depends on the decisions that you make.
So right now he's explaining to us that, oh, okay, yeah, in this game anyone can die, anyone can live.
And like, how are you going to play the game? Are you going to be the emotional one or the steady one or whatever? How do you normally play these, Bless? Do you play as the character, or do you like build a character type that you want to play as?
I play, so for these games in particular, since they have you switch around with characters, I play as how I think the character would behave.
Based on like the characteristics they tell you and like what the other dialogue pieces
like,
are.
I see myself as more of a movie director rather than an active participant in these particular games. In some other games, you know, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like let's say Walking Dead, like Telltale's Walking Dead, then I'll like make choices based on what I think is right. Because I'm playing one character, Lee, and I'm like, okay, Lee is basically whatever I want Lee to be.
Exactly.
These I view more like, all right, these are movies, and these different characters are behaving in certain ways, and so I'm gonna like play my role as the characters.
Got it. I go back and forth. It really depends on if I like the character or not. If I like the character, then I usually play based on what I would do. If I don't like the character, then I pick the other option.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it also it depends on what the scenario is. Also, like in dialogue, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick whatever I think that guy would say in this moment. But if it's like all right, run left through this path or climb down out this window, then I'm picking what I would do in the situation.
Yeah.
Because I think I know how to survive.
Most realistic path to success.
Exactly. Now you didn't play through all the way through Man of Medan, right?
I did. I played through solo and
did.
then I played through in the shared.
So Man of Medan, I don't know how people feel about spoilers. I guess I won't spoil it. But there's like they do interesting things in terms of like twists in there in order to be like, oh snap, all right, like this is what makes playing this co-op cool, is the fact that like I have to kind of coordinate with the person that I'm playing with so that like we don't kill all the characters. Yeah. Do you, from the time you've spent playing this so far, do you get the sense that there's going to be like a similar kind of mechanic of, all right, here's the twist that changes how you play?
Let's get through that because I want to. Well, I guess you're going to see sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be something that you see in this. So Will Poulter, which is that one guy, played as Andrew or whatever, Anthony, whatever his name was in the first part.
Yeah.
There's a character when we jump to modern day it's like it looks exactly like him. So I wonder
interesting. Okay, so yeah, we got Sid.
Yeah. So we had been the boys had been talking about this on. Oh, that's why I thought his name was Andrew. We had been talking about this on Conjuring in Review in The Nun, where like there's a character in The Nun that's played by the main character in The Conjuring's sister. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh, is she supposed to be like the same character but a little bit different because it's a different time period and stuff like that? I'm kind of wondering if this happens
like is it like an ancestor situation, or is it like, is that the guy and you somehow
reincarnated? Yeah, exactly. Like, how does that work? So that's my theory for the kind of maybe potential twisty thing in this game. But
like we both have the knowledge to like be aware of this guy.
Yeah, and it is interesting that they picked the same voice actor to play both characters and use obviously the same face model.
Yeah.
Like, spoilers, in The Nun, they're not at all connected. So I feel like I have that in the back of my mind of like, they could just be using this to throw it off, and it was just convenient to have the same person play both roles.
I already tried one.
But I found that to be.
Sorry, I might have accidentally paused.
You did.
Cool. I'm looking because it did the pop up of, hey, look at the different traits, and so I figured might as well check these out. And so right now, it looks like Taylor is sensitive, hopeful, flirtatious. I can look at the different relationships between characters, which is cool. I played there's a game called The Complex that I played for PS I Love You earlier in the year. That is a like an FMV game that has a similar thing going on with it. Cool. All right, let me unpause. Sorry.
You're good. I do appreciate that it gives you the countdown in case you happen to be like in a quick time event or something. So yeah, there's 5 characters really in these sections that I've played, which are the 5 that we're meeting right here.
And do we switch around between them?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I played as like, I think there's maybe only one that I haven't played as in my solo playthrough.
A mild concussion in there too. Give yourself some time.
So I'm not sure how they'll split us up.
So I'm looking at Daniel. Are you also looking at Daniel?
Yeah, I'm playing as the older woman.
Every Daniel-like character that they have in this game reminds me of the character from Until Dawn that is played by dude from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I forget his name. I'm very good at referencing what they're in. I'm very bad at remembering actors' names.
I don't know. I feel like I can.
But they all have the
Was it
same kind of
jock
like,
guy?
yeah, the jock guy. Like they all have
Yeah.
the same kind of archetype and swag to them.
Daniel, that you?
John. Good
Yeah.
To hear you.
Daniel?
Because there weren't that many. It was like it's
Taylor, you
not
okay?
Jordan Fisher, and it's not
Good.
the
Not Jordan Fisher, yeah.
and it's
You
not
okay down there?
what's his name?
Nothing I can't deal with.
The other main
Hey,
guy that was in
John,
it. That's like
Any
a
idea what caused the
actor
crash?
that I feel like I see all the time.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can look up his name. Rami
Agents
Malek.
of-
He down there?
There
Not
we go.
Rami Malek.
That's
And
the
it's
one
not
you were
Jordan
thinking?
Fisher, so it's the other guy.
Yes.
He isn't up here
By
either.
process of elimination,
Can
at
you get
least.
back up to
Brett
us?
Dalton.
Can
There
you
we
look?
go.
Can you look at see if was he on?
Great. Take the trail.
I feel like he was on a
To
show
take
that
you
I
to the
watched.
road. We can regroup
Brett
there.
Dalton.
That's a
Yeah.
plan. See you soon.
He was in a few things. The Resurrection of Gavin Stone, Once Upon a Christmas, Miracle, Just My Type, Lost in Florence. Man, they love putting this guy into
Agents
romantic
of Shield.
comedies.
We lost Joey.
Who are you?
Joey has been lost.
Okay.
Oh no, she's gone.
Now she's back, maybe.
Yeah.
We were taking
Welcome back.
I know him from
need your camera.
he was Grant Ward in Agents of Shield.
Grant Ward.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And slight spoilers. I like y'all know like the major event where like Shield
Yeah.
ends up being Hydra. Like he ended up being one
Winter
of the
Soldier.
Hydra.
Which
agents.
was fucking genius.
I know. It's like, dude,
I fucking
blessing-
loved that.
Let's start a Marvel rewatch podcast. You know what I'm saying,
Dude, I honestly will rewatch Agents of Shield if we could turn it into content somehow. Because I loved Agents of Shield is probably up there as like one of my favorite TV shows.
We'll meet them there.
Even though I didn't watch the latest season because I was upset that it didn't seem to tie into Infinity War.
Yeah,
that well.
I dropped off when Ghost Rider started being a thing.
We should talk this.
Are you
Oh,
still playing
dude,
as-
that season was great.
Somewhere better to wait.
No.
What was that, Joey?
Could be here
Are you
all
still
night.
playing as
The
Daniel,
best
or are
move
you
is to get to
up
the others,
on
then
top?
head towards town.
I am playing as the girl
Okay.
with short hair.
Yeah, that's the character
Taylor.
you play through as in the
What is your problem?
solo playthrough.
Gotcha.
So I'm down with Angela and Daniel trying to meet up with you,
I'm just not a girl who likes walking in the dark.
which is fun because it's
Driver's
still
done what we should
playthroughs that I
be
haven't seen
doing.
before.
Gone into town for help.
He could
So
just as
aggressive.
easily have banged his head and walked off the other way.
Fine. You can stay right here. I'll go myself.
Hey, Professor.
I do love any sort of narrative game like this where you can see your you can check up on your relationships with all the different characters.
Can we stick together?
Yeah.
Because usually what happens is I'm a people pleaser, and so like I try to have all my relationships good, but what inevitably happens is I'll have 4 out of 5 of them good, and then one person that absolutely hates my guts.
I feel like that's the best way to play it. You can't really please everyone, you know?
Yeah. All right, so we're on the street right now. We're walking.
What crawled up the professor's ass?
Did you play much past this in your playthrough?
I played through the second chapter.
Smarter than us, but books
Okay.
So this is the first chapter.
So what's all happened right now? Are they stranded? Like
Yeah, so they're
the bus.
the bus flipped over. Yeah, this
Okay.
is all people that were on the bus. And now so here's the thing. It does seem weird that they were on this bus for a field trip. Because it's the professor, it's 3 like typical age college students and then 1 older college student. It does seem weird that you would have a whole bus and only 5 people on it.
You know this place?
Yeah, that
It
seems
seems
odd.
like overkill. But right now they are looking for the bus driver because the bus driver isn't around.
Both know little hope.
Yeah, at that point you just like split between
Take
like
2
a car or
cars.
2. Yeah.
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 Seriously, this place is
So I don't know.
Fascinating stuff.
It doesn't look, at least in anything I've seen, that they've been looking for other people. So it seems like these are the only people on
All this stuff
this
anyway.
field trip.
I
But that
look
doesn't seem like a
professional
good use of
academic. I look
funds to rent a whole bus,
some.
unless it's a public
Easy,
bus.
Einstein,
In
I
that
can
case,
imagine.
Barrett,
less
can you look
weird.
up the actress that plays Taylor?
Well, your phone isn't so smart without a signal.
I wonder what else she's in.
So
She
now
seems
I'm at a
familiar.
gate waiting for you.
So I stopped to look at a sign.
Did you hear
No, you're fine. Oh,
Good to see you two.
All right, so we made it to the gate. We're meeting up.
Everything okay?
We're both good, but
This gate is chained.
I also did some QuickTime events.
Do you watch The Boys at all?
I do watch The Boys.
Look around.
She plays Molly in an episode.
She's the porn star.
Think this'll do it?
No,
Is she? I don't
I don't remember who Molly
think
is.
so.
maybe not then.
No, I think she's part of. Oh, I think she might be the one who assaults Deep.
Let's give it another go.
When like
Wait, really?
yeah, like the one who
Oh, that
like
doesn't look
forces
like her
her
at
hands
all.
into his gills and stuff. Or,
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's her.
Interesting.
Interesting. The brain works
I would-
in mysterious ways.
I'm gonna do a Molly.
Because I don't know how I put that together.
The Boys.
She
There
looks
has
more
to
like
be
a porn
something
star
else.
than the Gills girl.
And we've already concluded this conversation.
Not with everyone.
Yeah, I don't see her in anything else.
No
Oh.
need for a vote. Decisions made.
Wow. Jeez bless. Going for the authoritarian
Just
route.
because you're a
Oh,
professor,
no,
you
you're
don't get
not.
to call the shots. We're all
I thought you were the
adults here.
professor.
Some
Oh,
of us
no, yeah,
are
no, I'm
more than
Taylor.
others.
I'm sorry, but we really don't have time to be arguing.
You'll stay here with me, won't you?
Looks like he ain't so keen after all.
Wait, who's the older lady?
Spit it out.
Her name is Angela.
Is she the older college student or is she a professor?
Yeah, she's the older college student.
Way to find help.
Satisfied?
Sure. Whatever you say.
So is it like a community college
Kind of
situation?
civil. Costs nothing.
I don't know.
That's rich, given how you.
Because like for my first 2 years of
of
college, I went to
What did you say about
community college, and that's kind of the thing I missed was like it felt like a melting pot where
Yeah.
like everybody was there for different reasons.
Sorry if you can hear Moose
Kidding.
barking. I don't
And
know
he-
what's
He's
going
not my
on.
boyfriend. What have you been
Is
doing?
he hanging out with the
He knows my business.
toys that Tim bought him?
I don't know what's happening. So Gio has been like out today. Like I don't know if she was running errands or something like that. So Tim had Moose, and then uh-oh.
What's up with her?
Let him choke.
She's choking. I don't know.
I'm just making casual observations here.
So then Tim was
That.
watching Moose, but then Tim had Internet Explorers and Gio wasn't back, so then I was watching
We're
Moose.
wasting valuable time here.
And
Can we
then-
please just keep moving.
I don't know what's happening because Tim's
So
recording the
much for
podcast.
thinking this one is such a great idea.
Does Moose have to be watched at all times?
You all do whatever you have to.
I don't think Moose has ever been by himself, not in a crate. And
Oh.
Moose doesn't just barks when he's in the crate.
Mm.
So I can tell he's not in the crate now. So he's either with Gio barking or with Cool Greg barking. Who knows?
How about you? You want to head back to the bus with me?
But as of
Oh God.
Is-
an hour ago when I was out there before, Gio wasn't home yet, so
Help.
Mm.
I don't know what's happening.
Fine.
Come on, Taylor, don't check out on us.
It's a bad idea to be out here walking around alone. Come with us.
Don't worry about me. I'll
So
play
right
down
now,
first girl I see and come get you
If
out
you can't hear because
safe.
you're an audio listener, they're trying to keep the whole group together, but Taylor's like, nah.
Taylor's like, fuck
this.
it.
I want to
I'm
wait
out."
by the bus, which in
Bad
theory
idea.
is something that I would probably do, but I wouldn't want to do it enough to split up from the rest of the
Walked
group.
away from you.
Uh-huh. So you thought better of going it alone then?
Why'd you come back? I don't get it.
Just doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
Lost in a world of her own.
I don't. This
hell are
older
you
woman
playing
is
at? You
not
going or not?
super nice.
Hey, wait.
This is
what are you doing?
fascinating.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Look out.
So she keeps walking toward the fog, but then like
Not coming back.
walking directly
It's
back to the
every
group.
time. It's like, I don't know, I
It's like that
Like a loop.
infinite loop kind
Yeah,
of.
like you're playing Mario
thing.
Brothers on the NES,
We'll all go
where you like
together.
go one way, but then you come back
That
again. You know?
direction. We must be able to go back that way.
Sure.
I want everyone to stay real close. No stress.
I got the reference, Blessing. I got it.
Thank you, Barrett.
You want to put us on a kid's line?
There's also a movie
Okay,
that's out on
okay, I'm
Amazon
coming.
Prime now. I think it's Prime. It's called like Vibrarium or something like that. It has Jesse Eisenberg and somebody else that's a big deal, but whose name I can't remember. And they're stuck in this like very cookie cutter neighborhood and they can't get out. It looks good. It's on my Halloween
Truman
watch
Show?
list. No, similar.
I
Well,
would watch
not-
a Jesse
I don't-
Eisenberg. Well, actually, no. Didn't that come out?
That is a little
No,
odd.
no. I'm thinking of the one where it's the same day every day, like a Groundhog's Day, Jesse Eisenberg thing. But it wasn't Jesse Eisenberg. It was the other guy
Saying we
from
are
Lonely
trapped.
Island.
We can't leave
Oh, Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Palm Springs, yes.
I thought
it
you were
called Palm
talking about
Springs?
the Jesse Eisenberg movie where he has to like deliver pizza in 30 minutes or he
30 minutes or
explodes.
less.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
You would fucking love that movie. God damn
30
it,
minutes or
Bush.
less is great.
Last I checked, you're schooling us on creative
What
writing.
a
Especially because I think I might have watched it.
This is, guys.
I think I might have watched 30 minutes or less when I had a job at Pizza Hut delivering pizzas. And so like it really hit home for me. I was like, this is great. Like this could be me, and I'll be terrified.
Relatable.
Yeah, it was a horror movie for me at that point. I was like,
That's a
this
movie
is
that I
terrifying.
like vaguely remember seeing a trailer for, and then completely forgot that it was a real movie.
Understand this? Don't you get that yet?
Aziz Ansari was in that, wasn't he?
Understand is none of us would fucking be here if it wasn't for
I'll
you.
look it up.
I'm like 100% sure Aziz Ansari was in 30 minutes or less, and
Definitely.
I might watch that movie again.
Anyone but you, right?
God, that came out in 2011.
Lost in the fucking fog.
Jesus.
Yeah, it had Aziz Ansari, Jesse Eisenberg, Danny
Was
McBride.
Seth Rogen in that one? Daniel McBride is my be who I was thinking of.
Danny McBride and Nick Swartzen. What happened to Nick Swartzen?
Maybe it isn't real.
I don't know. It's a great question.
I have to look up Nick Swartzen because nothing's coming to mind.
He was kind of like the newer generation of like the
Oh, that guy.
Happy Madison crew.
He's right. Bitching at each other isn't getting us anywhere.
I like to think that this conversation is how we would like operate if we were in this first impression
Yeah,
situation.
no, if you were actually in Little Hope,
Yeah,
and
we'd be
like
like,
we were
"Who's
stuck in the
that
fog.
guy and what was he
And we were
in?"
like, oh yeah, this is just like that one movie, Palm Springs. And it's like, no, you're not. Palm Springs was a time loop. They're in an actual physical loop.
Yeah.
In town, there will be people.
John seems like an asshole. I'm gonna say it. I don't like him.
He's on a power trip for sure. He's the professor that like teaches like a general ed class, but takes it way more seriously than any of the like tenured professors that are teaching your major
Oh yeah.
courses.
Like everybody, like all the
he's
other
taking
professors understand
attendance,
that you're
he's
there
assigning
you're there for
weekly
credit.
homework.
Yeah. Like he's the one that's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you the like the fucking the things they use to like answer the quiz. Like
the clicker things.
The clicker, yeah. I'm gonna hand out the clickers, and at the beginning of each class, I'm gonna have you click in, so we know that you're here for the class.
I did on
this might be actually a good closing point for the first impressions because I feel like people have a good understanding of what we're getting out of this game now. I'm really excited to play the rest of this.
They
like,
also
this
have a
seems
good
pretty cool.
understanding of random people from a handful of
of
movies.
a bunch of random celebrities that I'm just pulling, like a bunch of random movie references that I've been making during this whole thing. I'm into it. Like it's definitely. I've had low expectations coming out of Man of Medan for this thing because I liked Man of Medan enough to be like, I want more of this, but also like I can wait. And so I'm now that this is actually here, you know, if I find time, I'm gonna actually play it and check it out because it seems like my jam.
Even right now where I'm at based on the story, I find it a little bit more interesting than Man of Medan. Like the whole underwater treasure kind of exploration thing wasn't really hitting me. But this like spooky ghost town with an infinite loop thing, that's exactly what I want from like an Until Dawn setting story wise.
For sure. I definitely like a good mystery. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think of the Dark Pictures Anthology, Little Hope? Long name for a game, by the way. That's a very long name. Let us know in the comments. Of course, this has been Kind of Funny First Impressions. You can catch it right here on youtube.com. It's Kind of Funny Games or on podcast services around the globe. First Impressions. It's going to be very active in the coming weeks because of new consoles, next gen, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5. It's all here. So subscribe on your podcast services, on YouTube, and all that good stuff. Again, I've been blessing Adeoye Jr. That has been Joy Noel. And until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
I'm not sure this is